Mark, can you tell us what Malarkey is all about?
Malarkey is all about malarkeying. It's all about doing something a bit serious but with a bit of an edge of fun, something a bit different. So it's about meeting people, listening to people, reading things that you might not ordinarily listen to or see or read, something a bit out of the ordinary, stretching ourselves a little bit, networking, learning, etc. It's about doing all that but actually having a bit of fun at the same time.
So can you tell us how it all came about?
I visited Australia first time in 2012 and did a little lecture tour which went quite well. So in 2013 with myself and Donna Ridley and Sherry Hutton we organised a much more extensive tour and that was phenomenal. We wound up doing 84 different events across the year. We made contact with 5,000 different people. There was something in each state and territory in Australia plus New Zealand as well, and we wound up travelling the equivalent of more than twice around the world. And it was quite clear that what we were doing was something that people wanted to hear. The message was quite good, but also the way that we were doing it, the style that we were doing it was quite good. So we decided to do it a little bit more formally, form this new company which we've called Malarkey, and the idea is that from March 2014 Malarkey will do very similar to what we did in 2013 but a lot more of it, plus involving other people and other types of products as well.
I'm just wondering what sort of variety of services you're offering.
Well, it's quite obvious that different people want different things. So we've come up with a number of different types of project, different types of kind of services that match what different people want. So for example we've got the tours, which people know about already, which just really means one presenter or a pair of presenters travelling from one place to another, delivering different presentations. But we've also got other things which we're going to kind of introduce throughout the year. So for example we've got our gatherings, we've also got road shows, we've got think tanks, and we've also got kind of conferences in the way that people would recognise. On top of that we're also doing bespoke things because we're also organising things for other people, like training events for example, and also doing some consultation work for people like local government and large projects.
Sounds like you've got a lot on your plate this year.
I think it's fair to say that the programme for 2014 is a little bit bigger than the programme for 2013.
Sounds very exciting. Don, what's different about Malarkey?
I think what people will see different about Malarkey is that up until this stage play and education in Australia has been placed in a bit of a box, and Malarkey you're going to bring the playful approach back to play and education. So currently it's sitting in a box in the corner of a playground with the lid shut, and a few people have come along and thought I'm going to have a play with that, but there's always someone who's saying hang on a sec, that's not the way we play with those boxes. We're going to take that box and we're going to take it back into the playground and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. And we're going to stick some wheels on it and we're going to cut holes in it, we're going to paint it up, and it's going to be like nothing has ever been before. So when people have up until now said that's not the way you play with that, we're going to say, you know what, anything is possible when it comes to something like play and education. And we need to remember that this is about children, and if we're going to educate our adults to educate our children, we need to put the fun back into play and education and learning. And that's what Malarkey's all about, because you can never have too much Malarkey. She's great.